Good evening, guys. It's Thursday night. It's almost 9 o'clock. So I'm going to come on here just about a minute early and let you all start joining in. And I'm hoping this light is not going to be crazy again. I'm being challenged. I'm being challenged by how this sets up when I'm by myself. So go ahead and hop on, and we're going to be staining wood tonight using Annie Sloan chalk paint and Miss Mustard Seed milk paint. So I'm excited. Hey, Whitney. I'm going to let you all come on. When you come on, say hi. So I know that Facebook's working, because I never know if it's working. And I'm going to try to stay out of the light. I know I can have a little halo, but you know, we won't go there tonight. So I hope everyone's having a great week. And I am super excited to show you all about staining. I really enjoy the look of stain on dressers and doors and whatnot, but I can't stand the smell. So a lot of you ask if I refinish furniture, and I do not refinish furniture any longer. And Halo, yeah, the angel that I am. You know I'm an angel, Mr. Johnson. Anyway, they got me all flustered. I don't like using the chemicals in the store any longer, because I have this nice, beautiful store, and I don't like to smell it up using lots of different chemicals in the store. So I prefer to just use chalk paint and milk paint to create the look of stain. And tonight I'm going to show you how to do it with both brands. So I know this might not be as exciting as painting pumpkins and painting pots and all of that, but I think it's something that's really fun, and it's something that's really important for those of you who paint furniture and want to redo woodwork and pallets and all that other good stuff. So while we're getting on here, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about mixing up your milk paint. So I've got my Curio milk paint here, great big jar of the Curio milk paint. And those of you who have seen my videos before about mixing milk paint, it's really, really simple. It's just going to be equal parts of water and powder. However, when we're doing stain, I do 3 parts powder and water. We've even done in class 5 parts water to 1 part powder. So it just really depends on how light you want the stain. And you can stain with any color of milk paint. Tonight I'm going to be staining with the color Curio, because it most looks like a stain. So I'm going to get 1 part powder and 3 parts of water. I'm working in front of you because, as I've mentioned before, I can't see if I work behind my gurney. So if y'all have questions, I can't see. I'm not blessed to have eagle eyes like other people that I know. So we're just going to mix it up. And I'm going to go ahead and mix it right now while we start talking about the other, so that it has just a little bit of time for the water and the dry ingredients to mix properly. You want to let your milk paint sit about 5 minutes before you start, hey Pam, before you start painting with it, so that it has time for all of those wet and dry ingredients to mix properly. So this is what I mixed about 20 minutes ago, and you can see that it has separated. It now looks like a latte instead of espresso, and the top is like a caramel color, and then the heavier brown pigments have actually settled to the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir it back up, and now it's just back to being perfect again. While we're mixing milk paint, I do want to tell you all, if you are not following me on Instagram, please make sure to go over to Instagram. I've worked really, really hard this week and gotten some great tutorials up on there. They're up at the top of Instagram in my stories, and you can go up there and you can see me mixing milk paint, a really fast video of me painting a chair. And so go on over to Instagram, because I'm really excited about where my Instagram's been going lately, and there's lots of really great tutorials. It's really easy to find on there. So head over there So we're gonna go ahead and paint our curio first. I have gone ahead and separated this board, and I went ahead and painted a few of these already. This is straight curio, well, 3 parts, 1 part, and I'm gonna paint these the same way, but I want you to notice that when it's dry, it's kind of really blah. There's like not much to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint the other ones. Got lots of paint here. And I'm hunting my brush. This one will do. Okay, it goes on really, really thin. I'm sorry to have my back to you. Really thin. I'm not going to be able to see you for a minute, but you'll be able to see me. Any questions that you all have, if I don't answer them during the live, I will certainly get on there after the live and answer you. So I apologize if I don't see them as they're coming up. I'm a one-man show here on Thursday night. So if I miss anything, trust me, I go back and look to make sure I haven't missed anything. So we're just gonna get the curio on. I'm gonna show you 3 different techniques of staining wood tonight with both curio and with Annie Sloan chalk. Excuse me, Annie Sloan chalk paint. So I've now painted those. On the other one, which is my home flare, I'm going to talk a little bit about home flare. So Annie Sloan came out with the color home flare, I don't know, about 18 months ago. And it was a brown. And all of us stockists were kind of like, what in the world is that lady thinking coming up with a brown? Because we're like, that's what we're all trying to cover up. Like, why does she want us to have a brown? I use this all the time. It's a beautiful brown. In the container, it seriously looks like chocolate pudding. It looks delicious. I haven't eaten dinner yet. So it's a brown, and it's a great underlayer. I use it under lots and lots of different colors, and so I have thinned it down for one place, and right here, this is thinned down home flare, and this is full strength home flare. I'm also going to thin it down and put it on here, and I'm going to show you how to keep this wood grain. Hi, Carol. So I have added 50-50 water and home flare together, and they are now really, really soupy, just like my milk paint. And I'm just going to brush it on. In just a minute, y'all are going to get your popcorn break because I'm going to blow dry in just a minute. Okay, really thin. Thin home flare. Okay, while it is still on there, I'm going to take a cloth and I'm going to wipe it all off. So I've wiped it all off now. Oh, and I forgot to say, the home flare that I added on the last one, it has a little bit of French linen in it. So I put a little bit of French linen in that one to make it more gray tones. So now you all are kind of seeing now all the different colors that I have created with the different paints. So let me grab the hair dryer. Y'all give me about 2 seconds, and then we're going to go to the finishes, because really it's the finishes that make a difference when you're staining. Okay, I've added French linen to the home flare on this side, on this side. And guys, when I'm done with all this, this will be in the store. So it'll be a great thing for you to come in and look at. I'm gonna make it all pretty and put it up in the store. So I just continue to add more and more tips to the store so you can come in, touch, feel, and see what's going on. So on that middle one of the, hey Janet, on the middle of the milk paint, I'm actually gonna put the color Mora on it. And Mora is one of our European colors, and it's a really pale, pretty gray. So I want it to kind of be like a weathered look. So kind of a driftwood look or Restoration Hardware look. So I'm gonna wipe it on, paint it on, and then I'm gonna wipe it off. Okay. Oh God, there's music playing in the background. And it's Leanne Rimes from the movie Coyote Ugly when she's dancing on the bar. I'm like, oh, I'm about ready to start dancing. Okay, so I put Mora on top of that. And now I'm gonna wipe it off, okay? This is gonna create a really pretty weathered look. All of this is happening on raw wood tonight, but this can also go on regular wood as well. Hey Laurel, so this is now Miss Mustard Seed Curio with Miss Mustard Seed's Mara on top of it. And it's giving it a really aged, weathered, driftwood / barnwood look, okay? So I'm gonna shoot it with the hairdryer again real quick, and then we're gonna talk about top coats. Come on, hairdryer. In the perfect world, I'm really speeding this up a little bit, but in the perfect world, the paint dries about 20 minutes or so for both paint lines, especially when it's really watered down, because there's not as much paint actually left in the product, so therefore it's gonna dry really, really quick. So let me look at my notes, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do next. So one of the things that I do want to talk about tonight is the different waxes. So we create a lot of different looks by using the different waxes, and with wood finishes, we use wax all the time. So for instance, my friend was in the store the other day and she's like, I have gone throughout almost my whole house and I have taken Miss Mustard Seed's white wax and I have put it on all of my dark baseboards. So one of the things that I do want to replicate tonight is exactly what she's talking about. You don't even have to paint your wood furniture to get this look. You simply put the white wax over the stained wood and it will give it the look of, it's almost kind of like, if anybody has used lime wax in the past, it will give you that look of liming it. So we're gonna do that on one of them here at the bottom, so that I can show you what that looks like. So this is essentially, on the bottom right here, this is essentially replicating your baseboards, or if you had a dark table or dark furniture and you simply just want to put the wax on it. So I'm just gonna put the white wax all over it. In this case, you know I talk about all the time, clear wax, clear wax, clear wax. Guess what? Tonight I'm giving you permission to go straight white wax. Okay, we just did straight white wax over this. And now I'm gonna wipe it back off. take our blue Scott towel, you know how much I love Scott, and we are going to wipe it back. Look how beautiful that is. You'll see that. It's giving it gorgeous look. So that is Curio with white wax on it. That's on the top. Okay. The middle one, which I already put the Mora on top of, no clear first. Can you believe it? This is the only time I'm going to tell you that. No clear first. And absolutely, Miss Mustard Seeds wax is like butter. It's an amazing finish. So on the second one, I'm just going to put some clear wax. My clear wax is almost out of this big bucket. Just to bring out the detail of that Mora over the Curio. And that's gorgeous too. Okay. Like I said, I'll have all these in the shop labeled. I've actually taken notes tonight so that I'm going to remember what I did. Okay, so that one is Curio topped with Mora and then clear wax. Okay, now the last one, we're gonna get all fancy and we're gonna get the hemp oil out. Y'all know how much I love hemp oil. And I did that tutorial the other day when I hemp oiled my little table, and it turned out great, and I'm almost out of hemp oil, but I just placed another Miss Mustard Seed order this morning, and so it's on its way. So the last one, we're gonna do straight hemp oil on top of the Curio. Be generous with the hemp oil. I'm gonna hold it up again. See it? Put it down and put a little bit more on there. So, same color, guys. All of it's Curio. 3 completely different finishes, but all wood finishes. And this is paint. See it? Okay, hemp oil, beautiful, vibrant. The Curio with Mora clear wax, Curio with white wax. So this is all Miss Mustard Seed on this side. All used as stains. So now we're gonna head over to the Annie Sloan side. And I'm gonna talk about that. So the top one, now is this one right here. I'm just gonna put clear wax on. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like just straight. I'm using product with product tonight, so I've got the Miss Mustard Seed side is all Miss Mustard Seed product, and the Annie Sloan side is all Annie Sloan products. Except when it comes to the white wax, probably. Really like Miss Mustard Seed's white wax. Okay, so the top one, I'm just gonna do straight. Straight clear wax over Home Flare. You can still see the wood grain coming through. I think this is a great alternative if you all live with a person that has painted furniture phobia and they're scared to paint furniture. Well, you can kind of like ease them in to the painted furniture idea when you're using these kinds of colors, because you're actually still painting, but it's still looking like wood, so you can kind of ease them into the process, which is, you know, good. Because I don't know if this is gonna actually equate or actually be able to be visible on the screen tonight, but it'll definitely be visible when you come into the store. I know not everybody can come into the store, but this is Home Flare now, which is clear wax on it. Looks just like stain, doesn't it? It looks just like stain. The second one is going to be straight dark wax. Once again, everything that I've taught you in all of the other classes, I'm telling you, okay, throw all that out the window, and now you're gonna do straight dark wax and straight white wax, and that's when you're using it as a stain. So we're gonna use straight dark wax this time. And what I like to do when I'm doing that is I like to put it on a little chip brush, and I like to actually kind of drag the brush across, because you're creating even more of a look of wood grain. So you're gonna see me, I'm dragging it across. Okay. Still wanna get all good coverage, but you're kind of dragging it across in one line. So you're, once again, replicating that look of wood. I use this a lot. I don't know if you can see, yeah, see that dresser right there? That's a French Provençal dresser, and it's got a laminate top on it. I'm gonna stain that laminate, and I'm gonna use Annie Sloan chalk paint to do it. So, I did it a couple of weeks ago. If you all have not joined my paint tips group on Facebook, send me a request, I'll add you to the group, and I put other like tips and things in that group, but I showed in that group how I stained laminate, and it looked amazing. I was like actually quite surprised at how it turned out, because you never quite know how it's going to turn out, but it did. It turned out great. Okay, so now that is Home Flare with dark wax on it, Annie Sloan dark wax. And my white last one, I'm gonna darken that up a little bit, actually. I'm gonna darken it. I really wanna see some white come through really good. So let me put one more coat on there. Everybody having a good week? Can you believe it's almost October and it's like 90 degrees out? Oh my gosh, the air conditioner's kicking on. I grew up in Missouri, and like October was like starting to get cool. And that doesn't happen in Georgia. So stand by. To run and get Annie Sloan white wax. In a cage. Okay. We got Annie Sloan white wax. What was my Home Flare ratio? Yes, I did water it down. So I watered it. At the top, I did straight, where I put the clear wax on. And then the middle one and the last one, I did 50-50 water. So it's really, really soupy. Where's my Home Flare? It's really soupy. You can see. Now, if I'm painting on top of laminate, I do it straight out of the can. So I just want it to be straight. So, okay, so now I'm going to put some Annie Sloan white wax on this side. Make sure I'm dry. Her white wax is not as strong as Miss Mustard Seed's white wax, and you're going to see that when I do this. It's still a pretty white wax. It just doesn't have the pigment that Miss Mustard Seeds does. And that's why I really, I'm sorry, Annie, but I really like using Miss Mustard Seeds white wax better. Okay. So now we've got the white wax there as well. So you can see how strong the white wax was on this side, and it's not as strong on this side. So I can definitely add Miss Mustard Seeds white wax on top of Annie Sloan, no problem. I've got lots of customers that prefer her wax over Annie's, and I have lots of Annie customers that prefer, or lots of Miss Mustard Seeds that prefer Annie's over the other. And I've talked about that a lot, about how it's all interchangeable. However, for tonight's purposes, and because I'm gonna have this in the store, I stuck with the lines appropriate, and I've got stuff all over me. So that is it. These are all of the different ways that I stained. Now let's talk just a little bit about, and I will be happy, I will have this in the store. I encourage you all to come into the studio. The studio is amazing. There's lots and lots of things here for you to play with and touch and feel and get your hands dirty. I'm always working on something, so if you have waxing questions, come on in. I'll put a wax brush in your hand and I will show you how to do it. So I really, really encourage you, if you're within my vicinity, to just come on down 708 Osborne in downtown St. Mary's and get your hands dirty with me, because it's one thing to just watch on video, and I know not everybody can come, but if you can, it's a completely different experience when I can work with you one-on-one. And we've got this amazing space and I want to share it with you. But anyway, when you are staining laminate, the best thing to do, and let me see, and take you on a little ride. Okay. Okay. Take you on a little ride with me. Okay, this is a laminate dresser on top. For those of you who are following me on Instagram, I did a really cool thing the other day. Actually, it went up today, and it was all about different styles of furniture. This style of furniture, classic 1950s Dixie-made French provincial furniture. All of our moms had this furniture, and then most of us got this for, well, my age. Most of us got this furniture when we were little girls. Had the canopy bed, had the classic French lines, but this is classic French provincial furniture with a laminate top. Now, I am just gonna give it a quick sand on the top, just to give it some teeth to stick to, okay? There's tape on this side, so I'm not gonna paint that side. I didn't intend on doing this, but I'm going to show y'all anyway, okay? So, we're going to just give it a little bit of teeth. And we're going to wipe it off. Okay? So if you were here, you would see that I've just scuffed it up really good. Just a little scuff. And then I'm going to paint my home flare on it. Now, next week, the color of the week is going to be French linen. So I'm going to be painting this in French linen. But right now, I want this to have a top on it, a stained top. So you can see that I'm painting the Annie Sloan right on top of this laminate. And I want it to be a little bit of a thinner coat, because I want it to dry fast. Okay, that's straight out of the can, home flare, right on top of my plastic coated dresser. And I am then going to let this dry really good. When I'm painting laminate, I definitely want it to be a little bit more dry. I want the curing to start before I actually put the second coat on, so that none of the paint pulls off, nothing happens, and so I definitely let it dry longer. So, but you can paint laminate, guys, and you can paint laminate tops to look just like stain. And you'll be amazed at what they look like when they're done, because, you know, you can't get stain to stick to plastic, but you can definitely get Annie Sloan chalk paint to stick to plastic, no problem. Speaking of, you know how excited I was. There comes the halo again. You know how excited I was about turning these VCR storage things into card catalogs. Sadly, my hardware arrived today at 4 o'clock, but I couldn't wait, and so I went ahead and painted it. So my challenge to all of you is, between now and next Thursday, is to go on out to the thrift stores and find yourself these ridiculously ugly VCR, VHS tape dispenser thingamajiggy storage things. Because next week, drum roll please, I'm gonna show you how to turn that ugliness into this amazing storage that looks just like a card catalog. If I zoom in, I even distressed it back to that plastic, and it distressed just like wood. I was like so excited when this happened today. I was like, oh my God, it like seriously looked even better than I thought it was gonna look, because I was really nervous that it was gonna look like you know what. But anyway, I have a stack of 3 of them. I got them for $1 each up at Habitat. Habitat in Camden County had like 10 or 15 more when I was there the other day. Dory, you just came on. Look at this. VHS storage turned in to amazing card catalog storage for Maddie's room. She's gonna use all her crafts. And they actually come with these little notches, so they're stackable. I'm gonna be able to stack them right up. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. So this is next Thursday night that I'm gonna teach you how to do that. And literally, guys, these things are literally plastic. And I got that Annie Sloan chalk paint to stick to that, no problem. I mean, it's amazing. So I look forward to doing that next week. Once again, I know this is kind of a quick little night, but it's good to have quick sometimes. I'll get that in later. I just want to remind you all to head on over to Instagram and make sure you're liking me and following me on Instagram. And as you all are painting things, I've started a new thing, and it's a color of the week. But I have been begging and begging and begging you all to continue to show me what you do with all this paint. Okay, I've been getting in almost 1,000 pounds of paint every 2 weeks since I moved into this store. Even prior to that, I was getting that much paint in. Okay, that is a lot of paint, you guys. What are you doing with it? I want to see what you're doing with it. So I'm not shouting at you, I'm loving you, but I want to see what you're doing with it. So I came up with a new hashtag. It's called Coddle Loves Color. And every time that you all post a piece, because I know you all are posting it on your private pages. I know when you get done that you're super proud of what you've accomplished, and I really, really want to see what you're doing with it. So I want to see it. So hashtag Coddle Loves Color, and I'm going to start featuring you all on my Instagram and on my Facebook page, because I love to share. I'm proud of what you're doing, so I want to start sharing that. So make sure that each time you paint something and you post it to your friends, you're going to hashtag me, Coddle Loves Color. If you're very private and you don't want to do that, then just send it to me in a private message, and I will never tell you who did it. I'll just still share it so that I can see what you're doing. So that really helps me, and I would greatly appreciate if you start doing that, because I really, 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 really want to do that. Painting the town. I'm painting the town. I love to paint. You all know I love to paint. So anyway, do y'all have any questions about all the staining stuff that we did tonight? Once again, here's all the different things that we did. And, oh my, I just cut my hand open with some wood. That's okay. I'm a tough chick. These are all the different ways that you can stain using Annie Sloan milk paint. Annie Sloan chalk paint. It's been a long day. Annie Sloan chalk paint and Miss Mustard Seed milk paint. So don't rule paint out when you want to stain. I've really talked a lot about that lately, because you know, the stain tops are great, and when the tops are salvageable, I will usually just sand them down and hemp oil them. And I actually drew blood. I got a boo-boo. I will actually just sand them down and hemp oil them, and they're great. And I like the contrast. I don't always like the contrast. Sometimes I definitely, you know, there's that light thing again. Sometimes I definitely want to have the whole thing painted. But it's a great little contrast to have it not so painted. Hi, Chelsea. Chelsea, how's that furniture painting going? She picked up a bag of Artissimo the other day, and she was going home to try her luck at milk paint. I'm super excited that you all have been trying lots of milk paint lately, because it's one of my favorite paints. I love them both equally, but not as many people paint in milk paint, and it's so much fun, and I love it. So I'm glad that y'all are starting to do that more. So she says, I just did a test spot today and it looks great. Yay! Make sure to hashtag Coddle Loves Color when you're done, Chelsea, so we can see what you did with that Artissimo. And like I said, next week's color of the week is going to be Annie Sloan French Linen. We're still doing Luckets for this week. So anybody that has painted in the color Luckets, which is a gorgeous green. Let me grab that for you. Luckets is a gorgeous green. And so any of you who have painted in Luckets, please hashtag Coddle Loves Color so you can be featured on our site for Luckets. And we're going to be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So one week we're going to feature a Miss Mustard Seed paint color. The other we're going to be featuring a Annie Sloan color. So I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. It's going to be another busy weekend for me, and lots of things to do, lots of things to get ready for. Maria was up here today, and we went over to the Restapalooza site. Can you believe that we only have 6 weeks to go before Restapalooza? But I will let you know that early bird tickets are almost sold out. So if you all do want to get early bird tickets, or early pick-in tickets rather, make sure you hop online and grab those, because they are selling quickly. And I will be running some contests in the next couple of weeks to win free tickets to come to early pick-in. So we're excited about that, and just lots of exciting things going on right now. The shop's doing great, and I'm just really at a really good place. I'm really excited to be sharing all of this with you all. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to clean up this entire mess again. And if you all have any questions, please send them to me. Go and grab all of your VHS storage things for next Thursday night. That's going to be a lot of fun to show you how I'm going to transform those. And then, like I said, I hope y'all have a great weekend. So I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for joining me tonight. Have a good one. Bye.